Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to our product knowledge and application training. Thank you for joining on time. I'm sure we'll enjoy the ride together. My name is Judy Okolo, like we saw on the poster, so I'll be our host for this evening. Let me just check out. Okay, good evening, everyone. So to begin with, let's remind ourselves of our range of products. It's always good to remember what we have. We have a wide range of products. We have the drinks, the bee products, nutritionals, weight management products, the combo packs, skincare, personal care, and household products. They all keep one promise. All our products, irrespective of the category, have the same promise. And the promise is to help you look better and feel better. So whether it's a drink, it's a product from the beehive or weight management, at the end of the day, the goal is for us to look better and feel better. Now, this evening, we're not going to look at all the products. We're not going to look at all the products. We're just going to take products from the beehive. We're going to be looking at bee products this evening. We take a deep dive into it, appreciate it better, because the goal is at the end of today, if you're not using any bee products, at the end of today, you will have reason to use the products. Let's remind ourselves of the certifications we have. We'll be wondering why our products are so widely accepted. So widely accepted because of the diverse certifications we have. We have the kosher rating, which is the Jewish certification. So Jews can use the products without feeling that they are breaking any rules. We are the first to have the International Aloe Science Council seal of approval, which says that indeed we have aloe vera in our products and in very generous quantity. We have the halal rating, so our Muslim brothers and sisters can use the product without fear or favor. We are also gluten-free. There are a group of people that don't take products that contain gluten. Gluten is a protein that is usually found in wheat and rye. It makes them a little bit ill. So they look out and check the label to make sure that, okay, is it gluten-free? And we have that. So if you encounter people along the line who have a celiac disease or something going on in their gut, and they are wondering whether they can use our products, just let them know that products are gluten-free and they are good enough for them to use. We also have the approval of the Cruelty-Free International. Cruelty-Free International is particular about people using animals for clinical trials. We don't use animals for clinical trials. In fact, our guinea pigs, quote and unquote, are the executive team. Every new product is sampled by them and used over a long period of time before it is actually launched. So by the time a product is launched, we have human trials, not animal trials. We are vegan friendly. Vegan friendly meaning that we don't have any substance of animal origin in our products. They are all from plants because there are people who are vegetarian and don't want anything from animal origin. Locally, NAFDAC has approved all our products. Every one of our products that are on sale have NAFDAC approval. That's why, for instance, a product like Focus is not here yet because it's still being approved in NAFDAC. And finally, we are organic. We've been certified organic, which means that even we don't have herbicides, we don't use pesticides that are of chemical origin. So with this certification, we should be so proud of our products because everyone can use it and everyone is sure of the quality of the products. Like I said, we'll just be taking products from the beehive. And these are treasures from the beehive. We often hear as busy as the bee. A lot of us are really as busy as the bee. But guess what? Are we as nourished as the bee? Because the bees are so very busy. And yet, they are so well nourished. So we're going to learn from them this evening. Let's go to the beehive. You see, the beehive is the colony where the bees live. So the hive is like a city of its own. Everyone is hustling and bustling and doing their own thing. You know, we have all kinds of bees in the hive. There's only one queen in the hive. Once you open the hive, you can easily identify the queen. And then there are male drones. These are fertile male bees. And then there are the female workers. The female workers are sterile. Also in the beehive, we have developing eggs, the larva, the pupa. So in the hive, there's a whole lot of activities. It's an area where there's multitasking. They're going and coming and everyone is maintaining their lane and minding their business. Pretty much the way we all hustle and bustle for our daily activities. You see, each bee lives with a specific role and it does not deviate from it. It's so consistent. So really and truly, there's a lot to learn from the hive, or from the bees. But today, we're not going to look at the way they operate. Rather, we're going to look at products from the hive and products that keep them healthy and keep them bubbly. The queen, like I said, just one queen in the hive, and her role is to lay eggs. That's her task. She just lays eggs. She lives for between 2 years and 5 years, and she lays about 3,000 eggs a day. The queen is fertile. She lays eggs. She lives the longest, and she's the biggest. So what does she do? What does she feed on? If we know what she feeds on, it can actually help us. Now we have the male drones. They are fertile males, and their role is to fertilize the queen. There are between 300 and 800 drones for one queen in a hive. You can just imagine. And finally, we have the workers. The workers are sterile female. They constitute over 98% of the hive. And they are workers. They work. And amongst the workers, we have the housekeepers. Housekeepers is exactly what we do in our home. Keep the hive clean. Keep the comb clean. Take care of the eggs, the larva, the pupa. They keep house. Among the workers, we have the guards. The guards make sure that there will be no intrusion from outside, no unwanted material or bacteria coming in. I'm sure we've all heard that the beehive is one of the most sterile places in the world. You know, we'll be looking at that. Then we have the scouts that go out and get the pollens and get the nectar and all of that. And then we have the nurses that take care. So it's a whole community in the beehive. These people are busy. These bees are busy. But guess what? They're well nourished. That's the difference between the bees and you and I. So we'll be looking at natural products. They're 100% natural. This evening, we'll take a look at bee pollen. We'll take a look at bee propolis. Take a look at royal jelly. We'll look at the honey. You know, these are the 4 products we'll be looking at this evening. Just products from the beehive. And you know, like I said, at the end of this session today, the goal is we will see reason to include at least one of these products from the beehive. We'll see reason to recommend at least one of these products more often when we encounter our customers, because these products play a very important role in our general health and wellness. You know, we keep on talking about lifestyle balance and all of that. And if only we can start loving one of these products, we'll find out that balance we so desire, that seems to be very far away from us, is so very near. You see, the bees produce so much honey, more than 3 to 4 times more honey than they need. That's why we can harvest honey from their hive. And all these products are known as superfoods. They are nutrient dense. So we start with the bee pollen. Like I said, the bee pollen is a superfood. What is a superfood? A superfood is something that is nutrient dense. You know, the pollen, for example, has carbohydrates, it has proteins, it has amino acids, it has vitamins, minerals. So you see, the pollen has both the macronutrients and the micronutrients that we need on a daily basis. So we can actually survive on pollen and water. Pollen and water alone will do it for us. The pollen helps to enhance our energy, creates stamina, and is also useful to combat fatigue. We keep going and coming on a daily basis. We skip our meals. We're busy being busy. But if we pop in the pollen and drink water, we'll be more productive because we have more energy. It helps to boost our energy levels. It also promotes fertility because it's a rich source of zinc. and vitamin B6. The pollen helps to desensitize the body and is very good for allergies. However, some people are allergic to pollen. Some people are allergic to pollen. That's why when you want to administer the pollen, you start with about a quarter of the tablet. A quarter of the tablet, that is for the person who has never taken bee pollen before. We start with a quarter and then build it up gradually until we get to the level where we can do 1 3 times a day. Because some people really are allergic to the pollen, but not very common amongst Black people. The pollen helps to boost the immune system and it reduces inflammation. So, what is our forever bee pollen good for? It helps our digestion, metabolism of fat because of the lecithin content. So, again, after C9, when someone asks you what next after C9, you can give the bee pollen because the bee pollen would help in breaking down fat as the person goes along. So you can imagine someone who has finished C9, wants to maintain the weight, and is looking for what next to do. Most times after C9, people tend to go back to their former lifestyle, except if they are very disciplined. So to help them, the last time we looked at Forever Lean and Firm and all of that, we can always add pollen. Pollen also helps. Pollen helps to support our immune system and our nervous system. So it helps us to fight, the immune system, and the nervous system helps the body to communicate. We're looking at the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system, so it helps the body to communicate. So it's all about activity, being busy, being active. It helps to support all of that. It helps the body chemistry to counteract the effects of food additives and preservatives because it has antihistaminic properties, and it's also good for the gut. Whether one has diarrhea or constipation or even gastroenteritis, it helps. It's beneficial for depression because you see, it helps to support the immune system. So that's pollen. So who needs pollen? Who needs pollen? People that have allergies. People come down with allergies, maybe they don't know what they've eaten, or maybe they're exposed to some dust, or even now that the rains have come. So people that have allergies, pollen is good for them. People with digestive challenges, pollen is good for them. People who want more energy and endurance, they just feel. Sometime last week, a friend of mine called me that her mom was around, and she said recently her mom just gets tired and all that. Her mom is not ill, but just that she didn't have strength anymore. I said, hey, let's give her aloe vera gel and be pollen, And now she can't believe the kind of energy the woman has in the house. And she says, see, I need to take her off pollen. I said, no, don't take her off pollen. Instead of taking 3 times a day, maybe you can reduce it to twice a day or once a day. The woman's energy level has soared and she didn't need to take the usual drugs that we would ordinarily take. It also supports the immune system. So people who want to pep up their immune system, people who feel they have a challenge and they want to modulate the immune system is good for them. Respiratory challenges, menopausal, weight management, like I said, and even for prostate issues. So when you think of energy, when you think of our immune system, when you're looking for something to help you maintain a healthy weight, you think of pollen. You think of bee pollen, and you can't go wrong. The next product is our bee propolis. Our bee propolis is also a superfood. It's made from the raisins from the trees. The bees go out, get the raisins from the trees, mix it with enzymes and saliva in their mouth, and then we have propolis. You see, propolis is like a gum. When you chew the bee propolis, it's like sticky, right? Propolis is what the bees use to seal off their hive, to seal off their hive to ward off intrusion of unwanted bacteria. It also has antibacterial properties, antifungal, antiviral properties, and antiseptic properties. We've heard that the beehive is one of the most sterile places in the world, and natural sterile places in the world. Nothing grows there because of the bee propolis. So when we're thinking of bee propolis, we think of all those things that invade our body, as human beings. When we have different kinds of infections, what do we think of? We think of a product like bee propolis. But guess what? The bee propolis is not just, when the products are harvested, they are not stripped of everything. That's why in the bee propolis, we still have some royal jelly and a few other things added to it. It's fortified with royal jelly, but this amino acids B complex, and vitamins. It is a superfood. Suffice it to say that every product that comes out of the bee, whether it's bee pollen, whether it's bee propolis, whether it's royal jelly, or whether it's the honey, they are nutrient dense, so they are superfoods. So if we're looking for something to give us the energy we need, if we're looking for something to give us that extra boost, let's think of the beehive, because these bees are so busy. They are so busy, but then they are so healthy. They have so much energy. So what is bee propolis good for? It helps to boost our immunity by stimulating the different immune cells. Remember, it has antibacterial properties. It fights against bacteria, fungi, and all of that. It stimulates antibody production. It's useful for infections. UTIs are very common, and other infections. You know, cough, cold, and likes, runny nose, tonsillitis. When we think of any external microbe that invades the body, you know, so we're looking for something to handle it. You know, instead of going to recommend or prescribe an antibiotic for ourselves, remember, we're not doctors. We are not doctors. We can easily recommend the bee propolis. So we could call the bee propolis, in quotes, the natural antibiotic, right? So that is something safe that we can recommend to people around us. It's also good for wound healing. Again, who needs bee propolis? Yeah, people with weak immune system. These are people that are always falling ill. You know, it's raining, they get ill. It's hot, they get ill. It's cold, they get ill. They're always getting ill. People around them sneeze, they catch a cold. People with compromised immunity, they will benefit a lot from the bee propolis. How about people with oral health challenges? You know, there are some people, even after cleaning their teeth, you know, they still have bad breath. For people that have cavities, you know, so there's a bacteria in the gut. So bee propolis will help to clean it out, to help to clean it out. If you notice, we have bee propolis in our forever toothbrush. So that's why. Sorry about that. I didn't know my voice was low. Okay, so who needs bee propolis? You know, like I was saying, people that have a weak immune system. You know, there are some people that any little thing that happens around them, they pick it up. You know, children that go to school and they sit next to their seatmates and they come home with a flu or a cold or cough or something, or even adults, it's raining and they catch a cold, it's hot and they get ill, you know. So they need bee propolis. People that have challenges with the mouth, you know, some people have halitosis, which is bad breath. You know, they clean their teeth with so many things and their breath is still bad. Propolis would help them because it's not just the gut now that has issues, it's also coming from, it's not just the oral cavity that has issues, also coming from the gut down there. So people with skin conditions, eczema, psoriasis, and all of that, acne, bee propolis is good for them. Inflammatory conditions, bee propolis helps. So the next product we'll be looking at is royal jelly. Royal jelly, a lot of people use royal jelly for so many things. Now, royal jelly is the food for the queen bee. It is only the queen that consumes royal jelly in the hive. And that is why she's the biggest and it helps her to lay so many eggs. So royal jelly is very good for fertility for both men and for women. Remember, the queen lays about 3,000 eggs a day. The queen lives for between 2 to 5 years. You can imagine 2 to 5 years, let's even say when she lives for 3 years and she lays 3,000 eggs a day, you can imagine the number of eggs. So her fertility needs to be 100%. The royal jelly is loaded rich with the B vitamins. B1, B2, B3, B5, all the Bs up to B12. It also contains the antioxidant vitamins, vitamin A, C, and E. There's also vitamin D in royal jelly. You know, remember again that it is a superfood. A superfood is nutrient dense. Royal jelly contains proteins, amino acids, lipids, minerals, vitamins. What else are we looking for? So for the person who is particular about, oh, I'm watching what I eat, I want to ensure my diet is balanced, I want to ensure that I'm getting the right ratio of micro and macronutrients and all that. Think of the beehive. Think of the beehive and select a product from the beehive. The person cannot go wrong. It's also a natural source of acetylcholine. You see, acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that helps with the brain cells. But apart from helping the brain cells, it also helps with contraction. It helps with our heart. It helps with cholesterol level. It helps with so many things. It helps with our muscle, because we have acetylcholine, which is a natural neurotransmitter. In fact, royal jelly is the only natural product that contains this acetylcholine. So once we have people that have challenges, particularly with the brain, whether it's with cognition, whether it's with whatever it is, whether it's with memory, think of the beehive. Think of the beehive, and royal jelly would help the person. It helps with memory, it helps with learning, it even has anti-inflammatory properties, and it is 100% natural, 100% organic. And royal jelly has so many other very useful components that are in it. So what is our royal jelly useful for? Highly nutritious, and because it's highly nutritious, it has a lot of health benefits. So many health benefits. For example, it's known as the fountain of youth because it delays aging. It delays aging because it helps, when someone is aging, the first thing you observe is the person's skin. The skin gets flabby, right? Royal jelly helps with collagen production. Collagen is like for want of a better word, the foam that holds up the skin, right? So royal jelly helps with collagen production, and so it helps with the youthful look. It helps with the youthful look. It also helps against flaccidity of cells. So it makes cells look more supple, more young, and they bounce back. It does that by helping us to retain water. It helps with hydration of the cells, and it also helps with skin renewal. That's why we say royal jelly is the fountain of youth. So for the women that you meet along the line who want to look good and stay pretty and look young and all that, royal jelly is the product that they should use. It's great for the skin, great for the hair, great for the nails, and it gives one energy. So for energy, for stamina, and all of that, royal jelly is a product. That's why the queen in the hive can lay so many eggs, because she's feeding on royal jelly. So royal jelly is keeping her young, rejuvenating her, keeping her supple, keeping her beautiful right there in the hive. So it gives you the energy boost while it helps to fight stress, because it's very rich in antioxidant content. So a lot of people are under stress. A lot of people are under pressure. You can either go the route of the royal jelly or you can go the route of the bee pollen, whichever way. The royal jelly helps to balance hormones and increases the body's resistance to illness. So for people who are maybe they have issues with fertility and things like that, yes, they go to the hospital, do what their doctors have asked them to do, but a good supplement to recommend for them is the royal jelly. You can't go wrong with the royal jelly. For overall health and wellness support, the royal jelly is one product that gives you the micronutrients, gives you the macronutrients, and on top of that, it has the acetylcholine, which is a major neurotransmitter that is needed in our body. So we need royal jelly. Menopausal women. When women have gotten into menopause, their hormones begin to play tricks on them. There's so much hormonal imbalance, and it comes with a whole lot of symptoms. There are close to 100 symptoms that are associated with menopause. It's also good for those who have dry skin, who have acne, who are aging, to help their skin. It's very good for the immune support and digestive problems. And then when there's brain fog or cognitive impairments and things like that, royal jelly is the product that everyone needs. So wellness, health, beauty, royal jelly is the go-to product for people. Now we've looked at the three. There seems to be an overlap between the three of them, between the bee pollen, the bee propolis, and royal jelly. But then there's some fine differences that can help us differentiate them. They have some significant differences. Like for the bee pollen now, it's a food rich in nutrients. So if we're looking for something to give us that boost of energy, to increase our stamina, to even help us maintain a healthy weight, let's think of bee pollen in the beehive. Now, for when there's infection and we're looking for something to help us with antibacterial properties, let's think of the bee propolis, because the beehive is so safe. No microbes can go there. And then finally, when thinking of rejuvenation, anti-aging, and all that, we think of the royal jelly. So these three, even though they overlap, they have some distinct characteristics that can help us separate them. The next product we'll be looking at is the honey. It's the honey. Honey is made from the nectar of flowers. When looking at the worker bees, we say we have the scouts that go out and get the nectar and bring it back to the hive, and then they make the honey. It's the food that the bees feed on. It's the food that they feed on. So when you hear as busy as the bee, begin to imagine in your mind, what do they feed on? They feed on the honey. And it's what gives them energy. So if you're on this session tonight and you're not using honey, I think you need to start using honey. The only thing about honey is that if you're used to taking sugar, right, you won't be too comfortable with honey, because honey has, I would say, it's an acquired taste. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, and it will take you some time to get used to the taste. But we really should switch to honey so that we get that energy, quick energy, instant energy, and we can keep going. It's a natural sweetener. Now and again, we all want something sweet. We all sweet tooth, whether it's innate or acquired. We want something sweet. So when you're looking for something sweet, instead of going to the sugar that is an empty calorie, think of honey. Think of honey. But apart from being a natural sweetener, it also contains our vitamins, minerals, amino acids. It is loaded. It is another superfood that everyone needs. It contains prebiotics, so it helps our gut health. It has our antioxidant vitamins, so it can fight free radicals. It helps our immune health, and it gives us quick energy, because the honey contains simple sugars that are easily absorbed into our system. So it gives us the energy that we need. So it's a storehouse of energy that is easily digested. All the products from the beehive, just remember, all the products from the beehive are superfoods. So if you want something to give you that energy and you don't want to go wrong, look into the beehive and pick a product. It's rich with our vitamins, our minerals, our amino acids. It's a natural sweetener. Everybody wants something sweet. So instead of looking to sugar, look at your honey. It has antibacterial properties, antifungal properties, and it's good for wound healing. That's why it's used at the orthopedic hospital here in Lagos. It is fantastic for wound healing because it helps the skin to form back when the skin is broken. You can practically say that honey helps to graft the skin when the skin is broken. It soothes the sore throat, so it's good for cough, for cold. Also for children, instead of giving them a cough syrup that is chemical and all of that, we can give the honey. Particularly now that the rains have come, we should all have honey in our homes as a first aid. Yeah. So I think honey should be running out of our centers now, because each and every one of us need to have honey in our homes as a first aid. Now let's quickly look at the difference between honey and sugar, because I'm sure there are some people on this call tonight that are still using sugar. Honey has all the goodness. It's natural, it's unprocessed. Natural. Sugar is refined and processed. We need to move and become more organic. We should be ambassadors of our products. It is rich in antioxidants, in vitamins, in minerals. It has antibacterial properties. What do we have in sugar? Nothing. No nutritional value. Empty calorie. So what's the attraction? Sugar can even spike the blood sugar level more than honey. Yes, honey can, but sugar has a slightly higher glycemic index than honey. So why are we doing sugar? We need to be taking honey. Honey has the added benefit of helping us when we have a sore throat or when we have cough. It helps us to boost our energy levels. So, hey, are you doing sugar? Please and please and please and please, we need to switch. We need to switch because, I mean, we are what we absorb, we are what we consume. If we really want to look better and feel better, which is the promise from the stable of forever living products, then we really need to make that switch. Drop the sugar and do honey. Now, who needs honey? Everyone needs honey. Everybody needs honey. We all need a little bit of honey in our lives for the taste, for the other nutritional benefits, for the for wound healing, to help us with infection, bacteria, and things like that. Everyone needs honey. Everybody needs honey. Now, I'm going to share with us a testimonial, a honey testimonial. Something happened in the office a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago. I think this was about 2 years. A lady drove into the office, and when she drove into the office, she found out that her car was overheating. What she did, a man would never do. A man would never do. So when she found out that the car was overheating, she opened her bonnet and she opened the radiator. You can imagine. Boom! That was hot. This steam, everything hit her face. Thank God it happened in the office. And someone said, no, no water, let's add, don't rub honey on the face, quickly, quickly, quickly. Let me show you the video of what happened days later. You see, she used honey. And if you see her today, if she doesn't tell you she had a radiator heat accident, you will never know. So, product knowledge is good. So that when we have the knowledge, then application just comes like that to us, And she's using her face to sell so much honey, right? So these are the products that we looked at today. We looked at the honey, we looked at the royal jelly, the bee pollen, the bee propolis. Oh yeah, we have the bee propolis cream. The bee propolis cream, which is it's a bee propolis that has the antibacterial properties, antifungal properties. It's very good for the skin. It soothes the skin and it helps us to stay young and stay pretty. So that's it for our product training this evening. We just looked at products from the beehive. I tried to keep it simple and relatable so that when you think of certain things, when you think of certain needs, you just look into the beehive. Because the beehive is a colony similar to our daily activities. It's the same colony. Everyone is busy rushing about. The bees are also busy rushing about. However, they're healthier than us. So let's look at our compliance and regulatory and the regulations briefly, because in meeting people, interacting with people, selling our products, we need to communicate clearly and correctly so that we don't get the home office hounding us. Medical claims. We mustn't make medical claims. We mustn't make medical claims. You see, our products are nutritional supplements. Maybe one day we'll talk about the need for supplementation. Our products are nutritional supplements. You see, there's someone that said, I can't remember who now, said, either you make food your medicine or your medicine will become your food. So our products are food, nutritional supplements. So they nourish our bodies so that our bodies can perform optimally and correctly. So we don't need to say our products treat or cure. No, our products helps to do this. Our products helps to do that. So we need to communicate correctly. We shouldn't make medical claims. And then we shouldn't give guarantees. We mustn't give guarantees because as our faces are different, so are our chemistry, body chemistry, different. That a product works in a particular way for Mr. A doesn't necessarily mean it will work in the same way for Mr. B. Because remember, they are organic. Remember, they are adaptogenic. So I take a product, what it meets in me that it handles, but it will do something else to somebody else. But at the end of the day, we are all wholesome and we are all healthier. So please, let's not give guarantees. Guaranteed weight loss, guaranteed this. No, 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 no. Let's not give guarantees. You know, if people take our products long enough, 90 days, they are sure to get the result that they desire. And then we mustn't use superlatives. This is the best supplement ever. This is a miracle cure. This is this. No, it's not necessary. And then unsubstantiated claims are not allowed. You know, like something is melting the fat, is burning this, and let's speak simple English. Keep it simple. Let's not complicate matters. If we must make any claim, it has to be substantiated scientifically. It has to be beyond reasonable doubt. Then we shouldn't make misleading comparisons. This works better than that. But because there has to be science behind it. Misleading comparison between prescription drugs and other treatments. No. Prescription drugs are prescription drugs. Nutritional supplements and nutritional supplements. They actually complement each other. There's no competition. It's complementary. Complementary. So unapproved health claims too are not allowed. We need to, when we are discussing things, we use caution. When we are talking to people about our products, we don't have exaggerated claims. No, we shouldn't exaggerate our claims. And unsubstantiated testimonials. That is why I liked that testimonial with the video, because you saw the progression. Day 1, day 2, day 3, it's there, and the lady's contact if you wanted to speak with her. So we shouldn't rely too much on testimonials, without scientific evidence. So when we have all this in mind, plus product knowledge, hey, what next? The CC will grow. Thank you very much. I hope I've helped you today. I hope I wasn't too fast. So if we have any questions, I need the honey testimonial. Okay, Mommy Tene, I'll send it to you. Thank you very much. Very simple and understandable. Thank you. That's the idea. I needed to keep it simple so that we don't complicate matters, Thank you. Yeah, you're most welcome. Dr. Malua, you're welcome. Thank you. Questions? Thank you too. Efo, thank you. I am not special. So do we have questions? If we don't have questions, I'll call it a day. It's sad that the whole, okay, let's go to this question. It's sad that the whole world is living in self-denial. How do you mean self-denial? I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe if you want to expand it a bit. How does bee propolis compare with garlic thyme in terms of their infection fighting ability? I haven't done a direct comparison, so I cannot answer this question. However, when garlic in itself, thyme in itself, has antibacterial properties. Bee propolis has antibacterial properties. I have not compared both to see how they compare. I haven't put the two together. However, if, depending on the person that I'm interacting with, if the person that I'm speaking with has an elevated blood pressure, I would go the route of a garlic thyme, right? Since it has the dual action. But if the person I'm interacting with is just invasion of microbes and all that, I will go the bee propolis route. So it's always good to ask questions and questions to be clear on what the underlying factors are, and then you help. The beautiful thing I've realized with Forever products is that it is a win-win. It is a win-win when you give the product. How do we defend the statement written on the body of plastic of honey? It contains added sugar. Yes, this is a very good question. Someone actually called me. She sold the product to a medical doctor. The medical doctor wanted to use it for wound treatment, and she saw added sugar. And the lady called me and said, see, this is the challenge. Now, it is a labeling requirement. Our honey has no added sugar. It is a labeling requirement in the US. You know, our honey, when you break down honey, it gives you simple sugar. So that labeling requirement is such that if someone is using honey and the person is working with a nutritionist, right, a dietitian, and the person says, "Oh, I add honey to my tea," that labeling requirement will guide the dietitian to know that, oh, if I add 1 teaspoon of honey to my tea or 2 teaspoons of honey to my tea, it's equivalent to this amount of sugar, not that there is added sugar. I had to do a whole lot of research in it, you know. So there is no added sugar. It is a labeling requirement to guide dietitians when they are working with people that use honey. The customer brought my attention. Yes, it is a labeling requirement. I had to speak with the doctor directly and educate her. It's a labeling requirement. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very sharp. You know, sometimes it's better to keep it simple instead of going on and on. That's why I picked, you know, the products on the beehive. They are few now. They're just four, right? Honey, propolis, royal jelly, bee pollen. They're just four and they're simple. They are simple, they are similar. They are all superfoods. All of them superfoods. All of them give energy with one or two differences. What's the best property of the royal jelly? Fertility. The queen feeds on royal jelly. She's so big, she's the biggest in the hive, and she lays 3,000 eggs a day, and she lives for between 2 to 5 years. So, fertility, longevity, youthfulness, rejuvenation, anti-aging, that's royal jelly. Amazing present. Thank you very much. Can honey help a person who has a scar? Honey is better before the scar forms. Because when the scar has formed, it has healed. So it's best when the wound has just happened and then we are applying honey to help the healing. Once the scar has formed, I don't think honey is going to help. So before the scar forms, let's use honey in treating the wound. All right, I guess I've taken all the questions. Is there any more? It's a supplement to sugar, rather for understanding. What's that? The supplement to sugar, rather for better understanding. You are doing well. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for the answer on the living requirements. You are most welcome. So if we have no other questions, Kelechi, are we good to go? Or do you have any announcement for us? Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions? No other questions. So I would say thank you for joining me today. Apologies for my low voice when we started. I hope I've added value to someone, and we're all going to start buying one product from the beehive. We really, really need to start using a product from the beehive, either the royal jelly or the honey or the bee propolis or the bee pollen. Add one of them to your daily lifestyle, your daily routine, and you'll be happier for it. You know, we all often say that we should be a product of our product. So look in the beehive and pick a product. Thank you very much. I'll stop sharing now, and I would say good night. See you next time. Bye.